Louisiana Beer Reviews, Ridgeway Seriously Bad Elf. Now I've done some of the other Ridgeway beers. My friends in the Woodlands, Texas gave me some Ridgeway beers about 2 years ago. Now Ridgeway makes a whole line of beers, okay? And they've been in business for about 9 years. 10 years. They kind of restarted some stuff when another brewery closed down. I won't get into that whole story, but it's in England. This guy Peter Sholey is the guy that runs it, and it's Shelton Brothers is their importer. Okay, this is a 1.9 ounce bottle, so about 17 ounces. A rather serious English double ale. They say it's a bitter. That's how the Ridgeway describes it. It's 9% alcohol. It was introduced in 2005. It used to have Santa on the cover, on the label, but in Connecticut there's a law you can't have Santa Claus on any beer label, so they banned it for a while.
Why?
I guess it's because like it appeals to children. So now they got Santa real small in the background. Anyway, Shelton Brothers, like I said, imports it. I was looking on the websites. This is a strong one, 9%. Gets an okay score on Beer Advocate. Rate Beer gives it 39 out of 100, 26 out of 100 for the stout. So the scores aren't too good. But like I said, this is part of their novelty line, their Christmas ales. The company produces regular old year-round, different types of English beers. But they get a lot of business from making these different elf beers and crazy reindeer beers and all that. And I haven't had this one. I've had the weaker ones. This is the strongest one I've had from them, I think.
Okay.
There's one called Santa's Butt.
That's silly.
Yeah, most of it's like comical, sort of stupid comedy. Really, like sixth graders might like it.
Lowbrow humor.
Right.
Well,
it's not really humor that...
There are a lot of male beer drinkers, so it kind of makes sense, huh?
Yeah, and a butt is a type of container for beer. So they're making a
little pun.
A pun. Okay. I don't see any kind of foam.
Lots of bubbles, though.
There's a little thin collar of foam here, as you can see. White. It just pretty much white, not off-white.
Incredibly clear.
And this is very clear and golden, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Golden and pretty bubbly.
There's nothing hazy or no sediment.
There is no haze whatsoever on this. So if you like clear beer to be near and dear to you, then this is one to have. All right. How about, and it's kind of an old gold, like,
tarnished gold.
Yeah. Let's go with the aroma.
There's almost something cidery about it. Like, it doesn't smell like apples or clove or anything necessarily, but there's something that reminds me of cider in the smell.
I don't know.
Like, because it's kind of sweet. It smells kind of sweet.
Yeah, I'm picking up like a caramel or toffee.
Yeah.
Like those toffee candies. It's not strong. I think if the beer was warmer, that would come out. It's like some candy toffee. More than a beer aroma.
No, yeah, it reminds me of Starbucks's. They have like a caramel apple cider.
But it's candy-ish for sure.
It smells good.
But it's not. I don't pick up any alcohol really in the aroma. Let's go with the flavor.
Nothing very like grainy or bready. It's just.
Doesn't really smell like beer.
No.
Like typical beer, you know what I mean.
Oh, it tastes like beer though.
Yeah. Now the flavor is like beer. And this is an ale. It's called an English bitter, but this is an extra strong bitter. Most English bitters might be 3 or 4%, some of them, but this is 9. So it's like a super strong English bitter.
You would give me the extra strong bitter.
Most of those Christmas beers that I have in the fridge are the real strong ones. The Tally Ho last night was 9%. That was really dark and caramel and weird. This one, they don't say anything about putting spices in the beer on the website. They just said it's real strong.
There seems to be some clove, though.
I don't know. They were just saying it's real strong, and they didn't really list the ingredients on any of these beers.
It's very bitter. Like if you ever eat something that's cloves in it, and then you accidentally get a little piece of clove and like bite down on it. It's just that.
Cloves.
That's what makes me think of. It's very.
I would
sharp.
like to try the regular Ridgeway beers if they sell them around here.
Oh, jeez.
It's got like a bite from the alcohol. Don't you find it has the alcohol bite?
A little bit of a bite.
And I'm picking up citrus, some kind of weird citrus, but that's probably coming from the hops. It has bitter hops. They're like citrusy hops, and then there's that caramel or toffee, and there's that barley malt, that grain.
I feel like my taste buds have been burned off, so I can't really detect any of that.
I mean, it's alcohol driven. I mean, it's like really got a strong.
I can only take like the
hard
most
liquor.
minuscule. Yeah, just woo.
Kind of a hard liquor taste, like whiskey.
No, yeah, I feel like I need a
Not that
chase.
strong.
I need a chaser. Like I need a little cup of water.
The mouth feels heavy, medium to heavy, don't you think? Syrupy,
Yeah.
a little syrupy.
Yeah, but it's not too heavy. No, but you're saying about whiskey, this would be good over some crushed ice. You know how when they'll give you a shot, a little bit of whiskey with the crushed ice, and they put.
I never drink hard liquor, so I don't.
You go to
really, I
Rouse's,
really
sometimes
don't
they
know.
give out samples.
Oh yeah, no, I never really tried that. It's got some splotchy lacing. This kind of reminds me of a Beta Andigator, except that this tastes good. A Beta Andigator is like harsh. It's I try to like it because I like strong beers, but Andigator is like, I was telling people, it's like nasty. It's harsh. It's like, and it's not good. And that's 8%. This is 9%. This is way better than a Beta Andigator, although that's a lager and this is an ale, so they're really not. I don't even know why I'm talking about it, except this kind of reminds me of some aspects of it, like that grain husk aspect of the Andigator. So this is like a good version of Andigator, even though it's an ale and Andigator's lager, and it's not really related. That's from England. That's from Louisiana.
But if you're looking for a similar flavor palette, but better apparently, I haven't had the Andigator.
Yeah, it's got some of that grain aspect that's similar. Like it's like
Oh God.
40% similar to Andigator and 60% not similar.
I just got hit with that citrus.
I shouldn't have brought that up, but
Like I see what you mean now. I just got hit with that
if you drink them together, you'd see.
kind of a citrus taste, like grapefruit juice if you've just brushed your teeth.
And that's got to be coming from the hops. So the bitterness, and it says it's a bitter, so the bitterness is giving it that slight grapefruit, but it's not a harsh grapefruit like when I was drinking the New Belgium Rampant IPA. It had like a harshness, and somebody was saying, yeah, that fleshy hops, and I was like, yeah, it does taste like
Fleshy.
Yeah, like the white stuff in the grapefruit that you never would want to eat. That middle, what do you call that stuff? But
Yeah.
or in the orange, it's. But this doesn't have that. To me, this is like really smooth and nice and delicious. I know you're saying you're not liking it too much. The finish.
But that's just me. I mean, I can tell that it's good for what it is. It's just not something that I.
It's a sipper. The finish is dry, pretty dry, like and not super dry, but it's like mostly dry. It's rich, caramelly, and it's sippable. I wouldn't say you wouldn't want to gulp it.
If I'm gonna be drinking something this strong, it may as well be brandy. Then I can at least put it in some hot chocolate and.
Yeah, I'd be curious
really good
to see what people think about this. Other people, but unfortunately, this is all I've got. And this is not the strongest one. I've got one that's 10%.
Yeah.
And one that's 11, like what do they call it? The insanely bad elf. 11.9. So it's going to make this look weak.
Psychotic elf.
It's going to make this look weak.
No, if y'all want a nice holiday treat, you should look up a recipe for Nutella hot chocolate. It's so good. You guys should do some hot chocolate reviews.
Yes, you should. I like the... Okay, let me tell you, and then I'm going to let you talk. Excuse me, it's carbonated. I like the caramel toffee aspect. I don't so much like the citrusy aspect. Okay?
It's not really
and the
compatible.
and the citrusy is kind of detracting, so that's going to bring it down to A-. I was about to say solid A, but it's kind of like pulling it away, so I'm going to say A-, but it's still worth trying out. I would highly recommend trying it at least.
I think this would be better if I could taste more of the sweeter tones and not have that odd citrusy bite that's happening.
So what do you score it?
I'm trying to pull myself out of it, but this isn't something that I personally would want to drink. But
And I bought this at Martin Wine Cellar. Okay.
Oh, really? But I can tell that it's good for what it is.
It's a novelty Christmas beer, and it's better than most.
I'll give it a B+.
I don't know about most. It's better than many of the Christmas novelty beers I've had. A lot of them were just blah.
I'll never forget that one that tastes like peppered ham.
Ham. That was the Abita Christmas Ale. I think that was 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah.
Ooh, it's been
now,
a while.
what do you give this?
I'll give it a B+.
Okay, so you're saying very good, and I'm saying at the lower end of excellent. So we would say this rounds out to say excellent. So
lower end of excellent sounds like a
yeah, well, there's grades of that.
movie.
So Laissez les bon temps rouler. This is a winner, although it's a little controversial, but it is a winner, and we're going to end this.
Wait, I want to ask them something. Leave in the comments. Let me know if watching. Okay, because you got your beer reviews. If I did some sort of reviews on, say, cheese or wine and cheese pairings, that sort of thing, my friend and I, would that be something I'll be interested in watching? Just, let me know in the comments.
They might if they like wine and cheese and watching videos about it.
Okay, well, I want some input,
Well, could be Louisiana wine and cheese reviews.
Could be.
Anyway, I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans. It's cold right now, but it won't stay cold.